This is no one from nowhere, and you are, and I am a spirit of God. Today I want to talk to you about end times or paradigm shift. Jesus Enki explains all you need to know. First, a couple jokes. How do you get a squirrel to like you? Act like a nut. And why don't eggs tell jokes? 'Cause they crack each other up, of course. Today's video will, I'm hoping, explain to you why the world seems upside down and why I will show you out of my love how we are in the end times. And what really is going on is a paradigm shift from Pisces to Aquarius and into another great celestial year. And what is going on is a new level of consciousness through our sun and through the 12 zodiacs of King Anu. First, the definition of a paradigm shift. An important change that happens when the usual way of thinking about or doing something is replaced by a new and different way. Next, Luke 22:10, the Last Supper, and some of the last words by Jesus Christ. Behold, meaning listen up to the last words of Jesus Christ. Behold, Jesus said to his 12 disciples, when you have entered the city, a man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him to the house he enters. Jesus is the sun, S-U-N, and the 12 disciples are the 12 zodiacs. Jesus lived in the age of Pisces, i.e. he was a fisher of men. He tells us to follow the man carrying a pitcher of water into the house he enters. This is Aquarius. This is Enki, the water god, and his story starts this time with his son, Ningus Zeta, or Thoth Hermes, and this time as Quetzalcoatl in ancient Egypt with the help of the Anunnaki god Ninurta. Ningus Zeta, with the help of his father Enki, but now as Tau in Egypt, helped build the two great pyramids in Egypt. He was also the man who assisted Ninurta by building most of the megalith creations in the world that we observe now or today. For the coming of the zodiac house of the age of the ram at about 2000 BCE, and in 3463 BC at the Tower of Babel, or Et Temen Anki, Ningus Zeta left for the Central Americas and was known as the Winged Serpent, or Quetzalcoatl, or Kukulkan. Ningus Zeta left Egypt around 3463 BC, and 350 years later, in 3113 BCE, was what he started called the Mayan calendar. The introduction of the Mayan calendar began in 3113 BCE by Ningus Zeta, or Quetzalcoatl. The 12 houses of the zodiac were first used by the Sumerians and taught by Enki, and were also known by his son Ningus Zeta. The length of all houses of the zodiac are 25,920 years. The Mayan calendar includes the Toltecan calendar, with a cycle of 260 days, and a Hab calendar with a cycle of 365 days. And the so-called long count is where the smallest period is a kin equal to 1 day, and the greatest is a Bakton, which equals to 144,000 days. And this is explaining the 144,000 in Revelations. And these represent solar days of a great year in the zodiac house. The numbers in the time of the end of the world, or end times, are simply multiplied by 12, and then they add 1,000 to each 1,000. So we have 12,000 times 12,000 equaling to 144,000. 12 is the main number, and it stands for each zodiac house. So we have the Christian house of 12, or 12 disciples, in Revelation 14, and the Jewish 12 houses or tribes of Israel found in Revelation 7. So this is simply 12 by 12, or 12 times 12, add 1,000 and you get 144,000. Revelation 7:4. This is the Jewish 12 houses. And I heard how many were marked with the seal of God. 144,000 were sealed from all the tribes of Israel. Revelation 14:1. The Christian 12 zodiac, end of the world. Then I saw the Lamb standing at Mount Zion, who had his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. If you're still alive and have a heartbeat, you are marked by God through your pineal gland. And this is the end of times and a paradigm shift from the end of the time of Jesus Christ, or Pisces, and we are now entering, as of 2012, the end of the Mayan calendar, into the zodiac house of Aquarius. Please rest easy. This is the restart of a new era, and this strange phenomena that so many fear, like World War III, diseases, and all of this change is nothing but a new level of higher consciousness into the age of Aquarius. Today I will conclude with why Jesus Christ is a master and why you should listen to him, and how in this biblical passage he summarizes everything in this video I just mentioned, found in Matthew 24:3-14. Sign of the end of the age. As he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, "Tell us, when will these changes be occurring? And what will be the sign of your coming of the end of the age?" And Jesus answered them, "See that no one leads you astray, for many will come in my name, saying, 'I am the Christ,' and they will lead many astray. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are but the beginning of the birth pains. They will deliver you up to tribulation and put you to death, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many will fall away and betray one another and hate one another. And many false prophets will arise and lead many astray. And because lawlessness will be increased, the love of many will grow cold. But the one who endures to the end will be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be proclaimed throughout the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. And the beginning is now into the age of Aquarius. What will mermaids sleep on in the age of Aquarius? Water beds, of course. Only because you are, and I am, a spirit of God.